Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news, guys. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL lately, and especially to the Steelers, you know that the landscape of the AFC North is shifting again, and the rumors swirling around Danielle Hunter from the Houston Texans might just be the move that could redefine our defense, our season, and perhaps even our chances at a Super Bowl. Now, I know it sounds like just another trade rumor, but this one has some serious weight behind it, especially considering how Hunter could fit right into the Steelers' game plan and elevate our pass rush to a whole new level. Let's break it down. The Texans, currently sitting at 6-3, have a cap hit of around $4 million, and rumors from insiders like Diana Rossini suggest they're open to trading Danielle Hunter. Why? Well, the Texans are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They're focused on giving young players a shot, especially at quarterback, and they're making some tough financial decisions to free up cap space, around $18 million, to extend Stroud and keep him happy long-term. But that also means they're willing to part ways with players who might not fit into their long-term plans, and Hunter, despite his impressive stats, could be one of those players. Now, what's so appealing about Hunter for the Steelers? Well, him coming into our front seven would be a game changer, especially considering our current struggles with injuries and inconsistent pressure. Our front seven has been a bit depleted, particularly with Alex Highsmith sidelined for 5 games due to a pec injury. Highsmith's absence has definitely hurt our ability to generate consistent pressure, which is critical in today's NFL, where quarterbacks are more mobile and offenses are more explosive than ever. Hunter, who's been an absolute force for the Texans this season, could fill that void and then some. Looking at Hunter's profile, he's a player who's been a consistent threat for sacks since entering the league. In 2023 alone, he's already racked up 15 sacks, which is impressive considering the limited games he's played. His career total now stands at an astonishing 119, 5 sacks, and he's been a Pro Bowler 5 times. Not only does he bring elite pass-rushing talent, but his ability to pressure the quarterback. He's got a pressure rate around 20%, and his bend speed of 82% make him a nightmare for offensive lines. The Steelers need that kind of disruptive force, especially in a division where running the ball is still king. Teams like the Ravens and Browns lean heavily on the ground, averaging 4.1 yards per carry, and having a player like Hunter could really tilt the scales on those matchups. If Hunter joins the Steelers, the impact on our defense would be immediate and significant. We can expect around plus 12 more sacks, which would push our total well over 50 this season. A huge boost with only a few games remaining. That kind of pressure on the quarterback not only leads to more sacks, but also forces turnovers, and the Steelers have been in dire need of creating more takeaways. Our turnover rate has been pretty disappointing, averaging just 1. 2 turnovers per game, which simply isn't enough if we want to contend deep into January. Hunter's presence could elevate that number closer to 2-3 turnovers per game, right in line with what elite defenses are doing. The effect on our secondary would be equally important. With Hunter commanding respect on the edge, we could see more opportunities for our coverage units. That means players like Queen, who's been solid with an 85.3 grade from PFF, could be freed up to focus on coverage, covering tight ends, running backs, and helping in zone schemes. The pressure that Hunter provides would also reduce the yards per pass allowed, bringing it down from around 7.2 to a more manageable 5.8 yards. That's a huge difference in today's pass-heavy NFL where every yard counts. And let's not forget about the run game. The Steelers, as a team, have been giving up around 4.1 yards per carry. With Hunter in the lineup, we could see that number drop to around 3-4 yards per carry. That's not just a marginal improvement, it's a game changer. It allows us to be more aggressive in stopping the run, forcing teams to abandon their game plan and pass more, which plays right into our defensive strengths. From a strategic standpoint, Hunter's addition would give us a more flexible, dynamic front. He's capable of lining up inside or outside, which means we can mix our looks and keep offenses guessing. Plus, his ability to generate pressure on third down. His pressure rate on third down is around 20%, means he can be a true difference maker in clutch moments. Imagine him teaming up with T.J. Watt when he's healthy, creating a relentless duo that offenses will have nightmares trying to block. Now, let's talk about the playoff implications. Getting Hunter would boost our Super Bowl odds significantly. Currently, sportsbooks have us at +2,500, but if he joins and we see the kind of impact we're expecting, those odds could improve dramatically, potentially dropping to around +900. That's a huge jump, and it puts us right in the mix with the best teams in the AFC. Hunter, with his knack for big plays, could be that X factor we need in January. Remember, in 2018, he was a key piece for the Vikings' pass rush, and bringing that same energy to Pittsburgh could be exactly what we need to finally get over the hump. Of course, this all hinges on the trade going down, and the Steelers' front office is known for being strategic. They understand the importance of bolstering the pass rush, especially with the division so run-heavy. Adding Hunter would not just be about immediate impact, it's about setting us up for sustained success, building a front seven that strikes fear into any quarterback that steps into Heinz Field. So the big question is, will this trade happen? Right now, it's still just speculation, but the signs are promising. The Texans are clearly open to moving Hunter, and the Steelers have both the cap space and the motivation to make a splash. They've shown in the past that they're willing to go all in when the opportunity presents itself, especially when it can help us contend for that elusive 7th Lombardi trophy. The Steelers have always been about building through defense, and a move like this could be the difference between a good team and an elite one. And let's not forget, adding a player like Hunter doesn't just elevate the defense. It energizes the entire team, the coaching staff, and the fan base. It sends a message that we're serious about winning now, about making a deep playoff run, and about finally getting that Super Bowl ring that's been so close yet so far for too long. The Steelers are all about resilience, grit, and making bold moves when it counts, and acquiring Hunter could be the bold move that puts us over the top. This potential trade also echoes the kind of bold, game-changing moves the Steelers have made in the past. Remember the impact of players like T.J. Watt and how that transformed our pass rush. Hunter could be that same catalyst, providing that much-needed explosion off the edge, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws and turning our defense into one of the most feared units in the league. It's exactly the kind of upgrade we need if we're serious about contending for another Super Bowl, especially considering how tight and competitive the AFC has become this year. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, what about the cap space and the draft picks? That's a fair point. But the Steelers have always been smart with their cap management, and a second-round pick in 2026 isn't an enormous price to pay for a player of Hunter's caliber. Plus, the value he brings on the field far outweighs the cost. It's about making that strategic move, about making a statement to the rest of the league that we're here to compete, and that we're not going to settle for mediocrity when a shot at greatness is within reach. So in summary, this potential trade for Danielle Hunter is more than just a rumor. It's a real possibility that could reshape the AFC North, elevate our defense, and give us the tools needed to make a serious playoff run. The Steelers are known for their resilience and their ability to seize the moment, and this could be one of those moments that define our season. Keep an eye on this story, Steelers Nation, because if it happens, it's going to be a game changer not just for this year, but for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move for Danielle Hunter? Do you think it's the right step to take? Would you like to see Hunter in the black and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, this isn't just speculation. We're all in this together, hoping for that next Super Bowl run, and every move counts. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Let's go, Steel Curtain, and let's make this season one to remember.